Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. As you can see, a little pink because Valentine's Day. So just thought I would do just a very simple, fun, pretty Valentine's Day look for you. So let's get started. First thing that I always like to do is start with my eyes. This time, I'm gonna take my wheat. Sometimes you'll see me do a different kind of like an eyelid primer. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to take a little bit of my wheat here, just put a little bit on the end of my brush, and this is how I'm going to prime my eyes today. Today we're going to do a little bit different makeup application than you're used to seeing, so when we get to the rest of the face. So first things first, eyes are all primed. Okay, and that color that I used was wheat, and that is just what's called my main highlight color. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my blush brush, and I am going to pick up this very pretty color here. This color is called Claire, and I'm just going to take my Claire, and I'm going to, as I'm doing this, I'm going to add it to my palette here. Okay. All right, so we're taking the Claire, and what we're going to do is I'm just going to go and do the base of the eye, of my eyelid here. So get it all on there real nice and good. You can see that pretty, real pretty color. Okay. I really like this color. Just to see how pretty that is. Okay. And now let's do the other eyelid. I don't know if anybody has any plans for Valentine's Day. I'll be honest, my husband and I say Happy Valentine's Day to each other, and that's about it. We actually, I wouldn't say we met on Valentine's Day because we had known each other before then, but Valentine's Day is when the sparks really started happening. Okay, here we go. Claire. Got the lids done. The next thing that I'm going to do is I am going to take my bend and snap here. It's bend and snap. And what I'm going to do, just going to load up the other end of my brush. I'm going to put this in there. And with this, I'm just going to go right, keeping my eyes open, right on that upper crease there. Just going to add a little bit of darkness and dimension there. And that's it. Okay, now I'm going to do the other eye. I love this eyeshadow brush because it is so nice. I'm really excited because I ordered the smudge brush, so that should be coming in this week. So pretty excited to get that. Okay, the next color that I'm really loving a lot is Miha. So I am going to take my Miha, just loading it up on here. And I am going to, I keep on grabbing my mirror because it's so hard to do your eye makeup in a phone. I can't tell you how hard that is. And plus 45, eyes a little bit older, need a mirror. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this is I am just going to go kind of fan upward and just that outer crease area. And that's it. Now we'll do the other eye here. This really isn't a true V that I'm doing on the eye today. I'm just kind of doing a little bit of placement and going up, just like so. Now, I know I've said this before, but I'll keep on saying this. The reason why I like to put my eyeshadow on first, because I can clean any of this up and it really, I mean, it just really helps make it look even more flawless. Now what I'm gonna do is I am just blending all these colors in together. Give a nice blend. I'm just doing a back and forth sweeping motion. Okay. Next color that I am taking is going to be Soulmate. With Soulmate, just going to load this on my finger and just do a little outer placement on the outer corners of the eyes. Look how much that pops. So pretty. And that's it. See how simple that is? And then my final step, I'm feeling like, this is my Salem. Actually, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna take some of my Bend and Snap. On my Bend and Snap, I'm loading the fluffier end of the brush. I'm gonna smudge out the lower lash line here. Okay. I'll flip the brush around and just blend the Soulmate into everything else here. Okay, good. Okay, now I'm gonna take my favorite. If you're watching me, you know I love this, my Salem, this end of the brush. Load my Salem up here in my palette, grab my mirror, and I am just going to be lining. Get it nice and close, nice and tight here so you guys can really see that upper lash line. And then I'm going to take it down just a little bit to this lower lash line area. Okay, now I'm going to repeat with the other side. Keeping it nice and tight right on that lash line. And then going back through, I got to load a little bit more up just to get that lower, little bit lower corner of that lash line there. Okay, that is it. We're done with the eyes. Okay, and I will just show you right here, the Miha, the Claire, Soulmate, Bend and Snap, and Salem. That's what we got going on there. Okay, this is where I get a little bit different than how you've seen me do my makeup before. What I'm going to do is, usually I do not place my contour color first, but I did this yesterday and I really liked how it held up for me. So I used to do this before, haven't done it for a while. So I am just going to give this a try again. So what I am using right here is my contour color, and you're seeing me, what contour color am I putting on here? Okay, yeah, Shadow. So this is what I'm going to start with, is my contour. And I am going to take my detail brush and I'm going to just load. And I'm just going like this. Same thing. right as I'm applying this, I'm going right under the cheekbone. I'm gonna go right under the jawline. I'm gonna bring this down a little bit too, because notice my neck lately is pretty fair compared to the rest of my skin. So there's that. Load up a little bit more. And then, sorry, I am putting this in a palette so you guys can see what it's like in a palette. Okay. Then what I'm gonna do is go right up here on the hairline. I'll load a little bit more. This is a little bit lighter color than I normally wear. Usually a lot of times you see me demonstrate with the indigo, but I really was playing around the other day and I found this shadow just to be a really pretty color and I liked how it looked. So I thought we'll give it a go. Then I'm just sculpting out the nose. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna blend everything together, so it's not gonna stay looking like this. Now what I am going to do, I am gonna take my 3D brush, go back with my wheat. And this is call my main highlight color. I'm just gonna go right underneath where that contour was. Oops. And I'll put that, load that into my palette and right up here. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is didn't want to start blending because I forgot. I have one more color I'm putting on. It's my Aurora. This is my brightener. And where I'm gonna use the brightener is in the corner of my eyes. And see how that just, already we can tell, cleaned up my eyeshadow. I'll put it right down here. Center of my nose. Going up. Okay, right there. Okay, let me load this into my palette. All right, now I'm gonna go back, get my 3D brush, and I am just going to blend this all in. Flip it around so I can get the corners in here. And the great thing with this cream makeup is just, honestly, a little goes a long way. So you are gonna find that this really lasts a really long time for you. And how it just moves with your skin all day. It's like having just a second skin. Okay. One thing I will say, I'm gonna go down my neck here too, just to get that color blended in. One thing I'm gonna say too, you don't wanna over blend too much, okay? Watch out for that. Bear with me, I dropped something. Sorry. Okay, let's fix the eyebrows up, because I always like to get this stuff on first before I do the eyebrows. Okay, so let's go ahead, fill in these eyebrows. Now, if you watched the video last week, you would have seen that I tried using my contour and it didn't go well because my contour color that I used was not the right color. So it didn't blend in, it wasn't dark enough. So what I did do the other day is I added, or I bought from the Seint website, I bought a darker eyeshadow color. You can use your eyeshadow to fill in these brows. So, and I don't quite have a dark enough brown. I feel like when I do use the brown shadow that I do have, it kind of looks just a little red on me. So I'm just taking my cheapy pen my cheapy e.l.f. pen. Just filling those brows in. Okay, that is it. Okay, so there you go with that. Let's go ahead, throw some mascara on. And if you've been watching me, you know I'm digging this Sky High by Maybelline. Really like that. So I'm gonna just go ahead, just throw some on. Sometimes I will use the L'Oreal primer. Not doing that today. Just gonna go without the primer. And then we'll do the upper lashes. Just add a little bit more. I'm gonna flip this around to my magnifying side. I'll get in there nice and close so you guys can also see a little bit better what the eye makeup looks like today. That's it. Okay. All right, now that I did that, one other thing that I do want to grab that I'm going to do to my eyes is this very pretty cupcake. You can see it is one of my favorites. Should probably order some more of that. I'm taking the flat end of my brush now that I got my eyebrows down. Just going right under the brow. I really like to do this because I think it just gives it a nice little additional pop. Okay, that's all I'm doing with that. Throw that, load that all up in here. There you go. Okay, final step is now I need some blush. Here's what it looks like without the blush on. So we need to do blush and lips. Okay, this really pretty color is Ruby. It's just a pretty pink. All I'm gonna do to apply this is first with my fingertips. Get a little bit here on this. And I'm gonna do on the lips. That's it. Now I'm going just to take 3D blush again. Oh gosh, I'm sorry guys. Okay, dogs, you gotta love them. My dog is very barky. Anything he hears outside. So I had to pause so he just didn't bark through the whole thing. Okay. There we are. We're done with that. And then the final step that I am going, not the final step, we're almost at the final step. Next thing that I'm going to take is this right here, which is going to be my setting powder. I'm going to use this brush. I'll make sure I set under the eyes. Flip it around, just load it up. Cream makeup, you really need to make sure that you set this. Usually I put on lip liner, but I don't think that I need to. So now for real, we're at the final step. This right here is the Illuminator. This one is Angel. I'm just gonna take my finger, go there, there, here, there, and then what I've been liking to do right under the brow bone, there. Okay, there is your complete look. Give you a little close up of the eyes, back up. Okay, well, thank you for watching. I hope that you got some good tips. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment. I know I've said this before. I will continue to say this. I love to talk makeup. I love to help. If you have your makeup, you have any questions about application or anything, just let me know. I hope you guys all have a wonderful week, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.